Hey everybody, before we start this video, I want to thank you guys so much for such a wonderful 2024. It's been an incredible year. It's been a really challenging year as well for me and my family, but besides that, the channel has been going really well. Just fantastic. You guys are the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is amazing. Throughout this year, actually 2023, I decided to keep track of my deck winnings every match I played, pretty much. So check this out. So this is my 2023 deck wins. Not all of them, because I started like, I don't know, like 3/4 of the way through the year or something. But this will show, you know, this is my deck, or who the commander was. Did I win or did I lose? Number of players in the game, what place I got, and the reason, or whatever. I update this in the new version. So let's jump over to my 2024 winnings. 33.98% is the percentage I won of all my games in 2023. 2024. I played 103 total games this year. It averages about 2 a week. That's not actually what happened, because I'd miss like a month and then I'd go and play again. And it's probably the same for a lot of you, right? There's variations of when you play, but out of 103 games, I won 35. Now, that might seem pretty low, but if you're averaging out how many times other people win, I think that's actually a pretty fair rate, in my opinion. Now, that's all of my games. Now, I've split it out between, you can see the tabs at the bottom here, 6-player, 5-player, 4, 3, 2-player games, right? So I can kind of calculate where everything is, and this is just for fun, right? Like, I kind of wanted to see how I did and how I was doing and how my decks were playing, and I think this is kind of a fun way to do it. So 6-player games, I played 2, and I lost both of them. So 0% win rate, but I did get 4th out of 6, right? And so I've got these drop downs, and I can say what place I got. I did not do very well. 2020, let's see, 5-player games, I won twice. So I've 2 out of 6 games, so that's 33%. It's not terrible, right? And that's not a lot of data out of 6 games. I guess that's I won 1/4 of the games played, right? So that's actually pretty good, I think. Because if it should be 1/5 of the games of 5 players. So if I win once, the other 4 players should win at least once, right? In all those games. So winning twice, I think, I can't brag because you'll see the four here. I won 5 out of 33 4-player games, which is what most people play. 15%. I'm not very good at 4-player Magic, apparently. You can see all my decks here. So that's interesting. I wonder why it is that the 4-player game is so much harder for me than a 5 or a 3-player game. You'll see here in a second. You can see here on the left, everything highlighted in blue. These are like new decks that I was trying out. I think I tried out a few more. I considered whether or not to calculate them because they're new. There was a couple games with this brand new deck I made with this budget challenge, and I didn't put those in because I'm like, I know it's gonna be a loss, and it's like a test, so it's not like a real, I don't know, maybe I should put them in there, but they're losses, so maybe my win rate's 10% out of all my games, I don't know. But if we take those out, take the new ones out, my win rate is still 20%, which is still below curve, because the 4 players, everybody should be at least 25%. Now, how many games? There's 25 games here. So if I won, I put a 1. If I lost, I put a 0. So then this calculates. So then it basically adds how many I won. So it'll be like 1 + 1 + 1, right? And then it calculates my total wins over here. And I'll be able to calculate how many I won, how many I lost, and then the total games between those, and my win rate percentage out of those. Yeah, I didn't do too well with 4-player games. Where I really shine, though, is the 3-player games, right? I was at 36%, right? I did actually pretty good, I think. I mean, of course, there's only 19 games here and 3 players, but I don't know. With 3 players, you should win at least 33.3% of the time. I won 36% of the time, so I think that's something. Yeah, so out of all of these, there's all of them. I mean, I could take out this. Remember, this Omnath was actually. I actually took that deck apart because I didn't like how it played. Madison Lee is actually. I played like once and got rid of. I don't know. Maybe that's a pre-con. I don't know. Because I took that one apart. But anyway, there's all these things, all these factors, right? Like we could add in factors, take away factors as much as we wanted, and it's still going to be, I don't know, kind of. You can calculate these however you want. I think I will calculate every single game I play, even the test games, in 2025, and I'll mark those down. And I'll show you my chart for next year as well, because I've updated some things, right? 2-player games. I played a lot of 2-player games. And I'm sure a lot of you played 2-player games because you can only find one person to play with. 2-player Commander is actually really fun. But this is 21 out of 41 games I won. So my win rate's 47%, which is below, because if we played 44 games, I should have won 22 of the games. And if I did, it would be 50%, because you should be split about 50%. So if I add in 1 here, right? If I add in these 2, so if we played 46 games, split 23. So if I won 2 more games, it would be at 50%. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, because I didn't actually play that many. So, anywho, that you can kind of see through my streaks of when I played. So my 4-player games, all of these, I was a huge losing streak. I lost like every single game I played for months. And then I finally won one. Just so excited. My Jared Carthalion deck, you can see that. I've got a deck list on the channel. And then, so I won with that one a couple times. But anyway, it's kind of fun to calculate how you're actually winning, especially in a year in review. I'm hoping to get more games in 2025, but I think it'll be really cool. And like I think I really started when I started keeping track of these games here. I really like hit it down, because I was just like, how am I losing? And I really studied what I was doing in my decks and why things were happening the way they were. I revamped almost all of my decks, and you'll see here my overall wins. You'll see here, this is the little section here where I'm playing 4-player games, just losing every single time. What I'll do, I'll put in my overall wins. I'll put the game I played, and then I'll separate those out into the other tabs. So this is in order of the games I played. You know, some of these are on spell tables. Austin stole all my lands, which was really funny. I was just really impressed. I was like, I'm not even mad. That's really funny. But anyway, so we've got these decks that I just, lost. It's really depressing. If you're thinking about winning that hard, and maybe that's why I made my Magic Players Are Jerks video, where it's like, I need to not worry about winning so much, and I need to just let it go, and I just play the game and have fun. And we do get caught up in winning. I get caught up in winning, and I was putting this in here. I'm like, oh my gosh, I suck so bad. Why do I suck so bad? This is so stupid, right? And so I was really struggling with my decks at the time. This was probably back mid-year last year, or this year, I suppose. But yeah, and then I actually had some wins. We played a bunch of 2-player games all in a row. Just me and Jason on Spell Table. We just played a bunch, because that's sometimes that's all I can do, right? And that's fine. Like I said, 2-player Commander is really fun. And not being able to get out as much, with my situation at home as much as I would like to, with all that stuff. But yeah, and then I'd win like 4 in a row. It's really good for your jubilation, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I'd say if you're exclusively playing 4-player decks or 4-player games, you should expect to win 1 out of every 4 times. Theoretically, right? That's a really good percentage. That's a very average percentage. But I think overall winning 33% of the time is actually pretty good. Averaging out all of the games, all of the players, and all the decks I have, right? I played lots and lots and lots of different decks, which might be a factor too, right? If I stuck with if I stuck with like 4 decks that I just rotated between, my win rate might be higher, my win rate might be lower. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's my percentages for my wins in 2024. Going to 2025 though, look, I updated my chart. So now instead of having all these drop downs be like green is the best, then yellow, then red, right? It follows kind of a weird pattern and the colors weren't consistent. So I'm updating that to be diamond tier, platinum tier, gold tier, silver, bronze, and then stone, right? In 6-player games. So this will be all colored out. I've got everything ready. I'm putting the date of when I played so that I can actually calculate, because it's kind of like a journal too, in a way, of when I played, who I played with, maybe, and then, I don't know, I could put that in the notes if I wanted to, but anyway, this is pretty cool. Again, same thing over here. If I do some numbers, right, 1 out of every 4 games, lost, whatever, you get it. It'll show my percentage over here. This percentage will actually, I guess it might be up above me in this video, but that percentage number will change based on, or the color will change. It'll start going down in tone the more I lose. So that's kind of a fun way to like keep track of, how I'm doing, I suppose. So anyway, and then I made number of players a drop down, so it's just easier to find out how many players played instead of having to type in 4 or 5 or whatever. So that'll be good. Lot wins, losses kind of the same. Here's a little image of where my color scheme comes from, the generic game structure, right? Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Is this spreadsheet something you guys would like to have access to, so you can keep track of your games? Let me know. I think it'll be fun. This whole spreadsheet also has my 6-player games, 4, 5, and 2-player games, right? So I can calculate it all out at the end of the year. And let me know if this is something you guys want me to do in a year from now. And yeah, I will catch you guys next year in 2025, which is in like, I don't know, a few hours. But thank you guys so much. I'm so grateful for my Patreon subscribers, TCGplayer for being such a great affiliate link, or affiliate down below, especially a Manfred and Proxies, so good, just wonderful over there. Love them. Arcane Fortress is new, but I've loved Arcane Fortress. I've loved working with them. I receive communications from them, and it's really fun and really, really great. These are all great people. Thank you guys so much. You guys are great. Thank you so much for being here with me. I am truly at a loss for what to say. This is incredible. This has been an incredible journey. Thank you so much. And here's to hoping you guys have a wonderful 2025.